Welcome. Let's just take a breath together. Welcome to Round Glass. I'm Vimalasara. Thank you so much for joining me for this conversation as we fully arrive into the new year as marked on the Gregorian calendar. And a shout out to our Facebook crew. If you're joining us on Facebook, we want to welcome you to our community and encourage you to join us anytime on our app or at round.glass. So let's begin with a brief grounding meditation to settle into this experience collectively as we explore a happy new breath. So this is an invitation for you to do what you need to do to relax. You might need to stretch. Anything that's going to help you to be present with me for the next few minutes. I just want you to let go of any concerns, any responsibilities, and really see if you can be with me in the now. And also, I just want to say that if some of you need to turn something off on the cooker, then go and do it now. If you need to attend to something in your household, then please do it now. If you need to stretch, lay down, sit, then please do. This is time for you. So just do what you need to do so that you can be here with me in the now. Happy new breath. And so in this short practice, we're going to notice the in-breath and the out-breath. And we're going to become aware of the gap between each breath. And this is an opportunity for us to surrender to the breath and really see if we can explore the body breathing us. There is no breather. The body just breathes us so that we can become one with the breath. So let's practice. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. In breath, out breath, calm breath, newness breath, present moment. So becoming aware of the in-breath and the out-breath. That's all we have to be concerned with right now. It's with the in-breath, the out-breath. And see if you can notice a gap between the in-breath and the out-breath. Get curious about this thing that keeps us alive. Investigate this thing that breathes us, this breath, this in-breath, this out-breath. Get interested in it. And really see if you can enjoy this moment of the in-breath, the out-breath. And let the body breathe you. Yes. We really don't control the breathing. The body breathes us. When the body is ready to stop breathing, can we do anything about it? No. So just allow the body to breathe you. Identify with the breath. become one with the breath. Become breath. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. In breath, out breath, calm breath, anxious breath, present moment. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, nowness moment. And just become aware of what you are feeling right now. I'm really feeling love for each and every one of you who is listening right now. My heart is open. So let's speak to the new year. New Year is a time of a reflection for many, and many different cultures celebrate their new year at different times from January. For example, in February, there will be many festivities marking the year of the tiger, the Chinese New Year. And guess what? New Year happens every single day of our life. Yes. Every breath we take is the last breath, and every breath we inhale is the first breath. And in the gap, we can learn to live fully in the moment, not worrying about the past year or planning for the new year or what I didn't do and what I should be doing. Everything happens in the now. And I'm not the first person to say this. I'm sure many of you have read Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. Yeah. And it's a very strong message. Nothing happens in the past. I want you to think about this. Nothing happens in the past and nothing happens in the future. Everything happens in the now, in the present moment. And then, of course, there is no present moment, really. There is just now. The past is a mirage of our mind. And the future is a great trick of the mind, which creates an illusion that we believe in and fall for. I was reminded the other day that the past is history, the future is mystery. And right now is a gift. This is a present. The now is a present. And so, how much time do we have to live out our illusions if the new year happens in one breath alone? Let's take a breath together, a conscious breath in and out. Let's pause for a moment and see if you can really feel into the new breath, into your new year that comes and goes in a flash, that disappears like a tiny splash of a raindrop. And so let's talk about this moment of now, because it's so easy to lose this moment of now, now, now. All we have to be aware of is the person who is here listening right now. That's all we have to be aware of. This is the now. And stop being bombarded by memories of a past that never happened, as everything happens in the now. And stop being enticed by a promise of something that has never happened. Yes. We are here right now. This is your new year, your new breath. Allow yourself to surrender to this moment. And know if you become distracted by thought, and you notice you are distracted by thought, you have arrived fully into the now. Yes, yes. Whenever we notice we are distracted, we are fully in the now. The hard thing is, what do we do when we are in the now? And some people, many people flee from that moment of now because it's so difficult, and it's more enticing to go off into the story and the narrative of the thinking. Yeah. Or we beat ourselves up because here we go again, I'm distracted. And I just want to invite you to smile at the distraction and then allow yourself to surrender back into a now. A now that doesn't take you away with the fairies. A now that does not have you running over the top hills, chasing the clouds like a happy kid. A now that is so ordinary and extraordinary. And I want to say this again because being in the now is just so ordinary, and at the same time it is extraordinary. Often we are wishing for this big experience where we will be in the now, where we will be in the present moment. Yes. And when we are in the now, we are liberated. We are liberated from the struggle. Yes. A teacher friend of mine, Ken MacLeod, described suffering as struggle. And I love that. What if you had a life which was free of struggle, free of mental struggle? Okay. There's always going to be some kind of physical suffering. And we can be free of the mental struggle that we are burdened with, that overlays the physical struggle. Yeah. And when we're in the now, we are free of struggle. Happy new breath. Yes, become aware of the last breath you have just taken and the new breath you are about to take and surrender. So let's practice again, and then we're moving to, I won't say what we're moving to, let's just be in the now. In breath, out breath, calm breath, anxious breath, present moment. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. In breath, out breath, calm breath, agitated breath, present moment, nowness moment. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. Arrive into the now and just be with the breath. That's all you need to be concerned with. Just be with the breath. I'll be silent for 20 seconds to allow you to be with the in-breath and the out-breath, and allow you to be distracted, to notice a distraction, smile, and see if you can bring it back into the now. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. Becoming aware of the length of the breath, the last breath. Become aware of the quality of your breathing. Yes. And just accept what is ever in the now. If it's an anxious breath, it's an anxious breath. Be okay with the anxious breath. Yes. And so inviting you to take a conscious breath in and out. And let's arrive into the now. And let's explore some questions. Okay. The first question I see is, I struggle holding my breath out versus holding my breath in. Any suggestions on how to make it easier to hold my breath out? Well, the question would be is, why are you holding your breath out? Unless you're doing some holotropic breathing, there are some breathing exercises where you breathe in for 1 and you breathe out for 2, and then you breathe in for 2 and you breathe out for 4, and you breathe in for 3 and you breathe out for 6. These are some breathing exercises which really does help to regulate the heart mind. But just in simple meditation, we're not asking you to hold the breath out or hold the breath in. We're really wanting you to arrive into the now and let the body breathe you, so that you don't have to do anything and just allow the body to breathe you. And some of you may ask, well, how does the body breathe us? We have to really become aware of the body, of the breath. And at some point, you will realize that you're not doing the breathing. The body is breathing you. Let's look at another question. I always start my new year thinking I can make changes, and so quickly I find myself back in my old habits. I really do want to change. Any tips? Yes. Well, the first tip is that every breath is a new year. Every day is a new year. And so you don't have to wait until January to do something different, or you don't have to wait till February to do something different, or you don't have to wait for your birthday to do something different. Every day you can wake up and say, I'm going to do something different. Yeah. And so if you decide that you're going to do something different and you're back in your old habit, then in the next moment, in the next breath, you could do something different. You don't even have to wait until the next day. This is why the moment of now is so potent. It's so rich. In this moment now, this is what we have. And in this now can impact the next now. And so if we're back in an old habit, we can just let go. It's gone. It's gone. And you can do something different in this now. And there's real liberation of actually, okay, it's gone. So I did something I didn't want to do. It's gone. The moment has gone, and you have this moment now. And so the one tip I have is, in every new breath, you can do something different. Let's move to the next question. The chanting was so impactful. I loved it. Can I do that with a mantra too? Oh, definitely. You know, we talk about the monkey mind. There's times when we can sit to meditate, and the mind is all over the place. We're just all over. We're just all over the place, and it's so difficult to be in the now. And if you chant a mantra like Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, or you can do it melodically, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. That's one of these mantras. If you do that for 5 minutes, it can really settle and regulate you and really bring you into the now, because the mantra can it accesses the part of the playful part of the brain, it accesses the joyful part of the brain, the pleasant part of the brain. So yes, I have been taught to use box breathing when I'm experiencing anxiety. What would you recommend for stress, anxiety and pressure? If the box breathing is working, then continue with it. Yeah, really, if it's working. And if you get to a point it's not working anymore, then try something different. I often say to people, if you're really anxious, just lift your head up and bring it back down again. Or turn your head side to side. Of course, the box breathing is really scratching at the surface. This is something that can really help regulate you. And what you need to be doing with the box breathing is doing the deep excavation. Yeah. Where does this anxiety come from? What's the story of the anxiety? Because we are being bombarded by memories of the past. Okay, and we're not in the now, and we have to excavate that so that we can begin to release ourselves from the burden of the past, so that we can begin to release ourselves from the history of the past, from the memory of the past. And so that's important excavation work that we need to do, along with the box breathing or the meditation. Okay, let's move into the next question. When I'm having to focus on my breath, I find my breathing gets shorter because I get nervous trying to control my breath. This is why you get nervous, because you're trying to control your breath. Yeah, so there's an anxiety about the breathing, and I don't know if you're asthmatic. I know for some people, if you're asthmatic, it can be a bit scary. But even if you are asthmatic, the body breathes you. Yeah. And so what I would say to you is see if you can let go of trying to control the breath, because the breath will breathe you. I mean, when you're asleep, are you controlling the breath and breathing? No, the body's breathing on its own. It breathes on its own. So my suggestion to you is to let go of controlling. There is no controller, just like there is no breather. There is just breath. There is just the now. Another question. What are your suggestions for simple breathing practice I can do daily? Well, I love the breathing space. There are many different ones. So the quickest one is, and I always say, if you're a smoker and you're really working hard to let go of that habit of smoking, just know you do it for a reason. I used to be a smoker. I call that the 3-second breathing space. We know when we're a smoker, it's like when we're really stressed and anxious, and we're doing it because the inhale and the exhale really regulates us. You could have another practice of, when you wake up in the morning, just take one conscious breath and find 4 other times in the day when you can take a conscious breath. It could be before you have your first cup of water or coffee or tea. It could be before you leave the house in the morning. It could be when you sit on the bus or the transit, or when you sit in the car or jump onto your bike, and before you leave you take a breath. It could be when you arrive at work or you arrive at somebody's house, and before you enter you take a breath. It could be at your computer before you turn your computer on, you take a breath. It could be when you arrive back home, you take a breath. Or before you go to sleep, you take a breath. And let's end with a simple breathing practice. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. So, becoming aware of the body. As you become aware of the body, become aware of the breathing. Notice where you experience the breathing in the body. And now take a deep breath in and expand the breathing throughout the whole body. Or you can just take a conscious breath in and expand the breathing throughout the whole body. Happy new breath. In breath, out breath, calm breath, joyful breath, present moment. Thank you so much for joining me for today's conversation. And remember, you can meditate with Round Glass Live every single day. Check us out at round.glass and on our app. Happy new breath.